NOLA Gent here at Mary Mahony's old French house. Get stuff in here, yeah.
Welcome to NOLA Gent. Let the good times roll. In this episode of our USA travel vlog, we visit the Mississippi Gulf Coast for Gulf seafood as we visit Mary Mahony's old French house for our Mississippi food best seafood review videos. Mary Mahony's old French house is located in Biloxi, Mississippi at 116 and 110 Rue Magnolia, which is about 1.5 hours and 90.5 miles away from the New Orleans French Quarter. Mary Mahony's old French house restaurant offers fresh seafood, seafood gumbo, steaks, and chicken, along with their desserts. This restaurant opened in 1964 inside of a historic home that dates back to 1737. They also have a really old tree called the Patriarch, which is over 2,000 years old. And as we'll see later, this tree is intimately involved with this house and the restaurant that's inside of it. Biloxi, Mississippi offers a lot of good restaurant options and lots of entertainment with their booming casino industry. And the Gulf Coast has a lot of great spots to visit, and this is just one of many fantastic places you can explore whenever you're doing a tour of the Gulf Coast. Now, this beautiful patio area certainly is a sight to see, and don't miss this nice little fountain here, as it's always a pleasant thing to have a little fountain time enjoyment, as it's really relaxing to listen to that sound, and you can grab some cocktails and hang outside on nicer days. And Mary Mahony's is ultimately quite a large restaurant, so doing a little walk around the exterior is certainly worthwhile, as there's a whole lot to see that you just wouldn't expect when you first pull up to this spot. So lots of beautiful old oak trees along with a beautiful old building connected to some more modern structures as well. Now, whether you want to do your walkabout on the exterior of this restaurant before or after you eat is totally up to you, although I certainly think you should give it a little look-see one way or another. They have another fountain right here that's the match of the other one in the courtyard, it looks like. So, double fountains in different areas. So, some interesting things to check out and see, certainly. And all of those windows there looking out are parts of the dining room areas. They do have a whole lot of interesting dining room areas we're going to be exploring. And we're going to be walking around to the other side where they have even more interesting things. So the old restaurant has some newer things built all around it. So it's a little hard to tell where the old house ends and the new stuff begins. So there's a whole lot more advertisement for Mary Mahony's in this area. So we see they're guiding us to the entrance. There's a lot of parking in this space right here. And this is where a lot of people tend to park on this grassy area. Then they also have a parking lot for the shopping mall center. So this side has more parking. This is the 110 side of Rue Magnolia, and they have a whole lot of other businesses inside of this little modern structure in front of the older house structure. And you've also got a good view here of many other things where you can look straight back to the casinos that are on the Mississippi beach behind us here. Now, here is the entrance where you'll walk through the shopping center area, so you can do a little shopping as well if you want on your journey through the Mary Mahony's experience. So they certainly provide a lot of interesting experiences on your way. So you can either enter through that courtyard entrance we first walked in, or if you're parking on the asphalt, you can go through this way. So really, it's good to take an exploration of both entrances, I would say, so you can experience the unique adventure each pathway provides you for getting to the restaurant. Now, regardless of which way you go, you end up in the beautiful courtyard here, and it's always a fantastic place to explore. So we're gonna head inside now and check this place out. Now, you go through and you first see the bar right there, which looks like a cozy place to grab a cocktail. They also have a placemat with their name on it, like so many places. And the front of the restaurant right here in the older part of the building doesn't look like there's too many people eating in here today. So lots of nice spaces. And they have lots of private dining areas throughout the restaurant as well. So if you want an event booked, this is a great place to do your event as well, because they have a lot of choices to choose from when you want a private dining room. Now there's more people in these dining rooms, and these seem to be a little more decorated and old school fancy, but then they have some newer stuff as well. Here we have a nice old painting, and they also have the Katrina water line from Hurricane Katrina. So Mississippi really got hit directly on with Katrina, and a lot of damage was done, while New Orleans just got a lot of water damage, not so much wind damage. So all of these old dining rooms really are beautiful, and you get some wonderful chandeliers and all these old paintings. So you get a lot of that old feeling. So this is very similar to some of the houses we have in New Orleans, and that historic feel is very familiar to me, and it makes me feel right at home. Now they also have plaques in each of the dining rooms that tell who the famous people are that have eaten in these spots, and lots of many other things to check out and look at. Now we've got a special guided tour. Our waiter is taking us down into the wine cellar. So there's a lot of interesting stuff down here to see. You can't stand up all the way though, you gotta do a little squat. Now certainly there's a wide range of wine and some other adult beverages to see down here. If you pay attention to that big root right there, that is going straight back to Patriarch, that large oak tree we saw earlier. So that's the big connection Patriarch has with the heart and soul of this restaurant. Now here we are going up to another level to explore some more great stuff. And we need to go upstairs now because there's more dining area up here. So you really do get a lot of very interesting spaces where you can host an event or party and really put on a special event of different types and different really unique types of rooms and spaces that they offer here. Now we're going to go back downstairs and continue with our adventure, as there's still a whole lot more to see. Every nook and cranny of this place seems to be just chock full of stuff. Now here's one of those dining rooms that we saw earlier with the windows looking out, and then here's that big long one that we walked past earlier. So definitely a lot of interesting stuff, and here's another private dining area that's one of the larger ones, and they have pretty regular meetings in this one. So this is just another very fantastic space where you've got some options for a larger size event. Now let's check out the menu. So we have appetizers with shrimp cocktail, baby lamb chops, charbroiled oysters, half dozen, backroom crab cakes, jumbo broiled shrimp platter, crab claws, fried or broiled, petit fried softshell crabs, presidential platter, crab claws and fried petit softshell crabs, our world famous gourmet seafood gumbo, copper bowl. Then we have entrees with queen ixolib, stuffed fish, broiled or fried trout, soft shell Biloxi, shrimp and grits, shrimp and crab au gratin, broiled salmon, baked stuffed shrimp, fried green tomatoes, fried shrimp or oysters, grilled pork chops, stuffed flounder, grilled chicken, seafood Bienville, chicken Mary, specialty salad, seafood salad, George salad, grilled chicken salad, Caesar salad, shrimp salad, black and blue salad. So we started our meal off with some nice bread and butter. So just like I've totally destroyed that bread and butter, go ahead and destroy that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. So that was some nice crunchy bread. It wasn't quite New Orleans French bread though from the way it tasted. Next up we're having the seafood gumbo, and let's give this a sample. So of course I've got to add a little Tabasco sauce to kick it up with the flavor a little bit. And that's a quick, easy little thing to have a little more fun with your gumbo, certainly. And we've got some shrimp in here and some rice. And it looks like there's not a whole lot of seafood in here. And there's some okra right there. So here we go with the first taste, and It's okay. I don't think it's quite up to New Orleans gumbo standards, but it's alright. So, it is better than a whole lot of other gumbos I've had outside of New Orleans, and there's a little crab in here as well, so a decent gumbo overall. So just like I've totally destroyed this gumbo, go ahead and destroy that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, comment below and let me know what you thought about this gumbo. While you're down there, make sure to check out links to my Patreon accounts. I do work for tips, and I appreciate any help with that. Next up, we had this nice size salad, and it had a nice salad dressing as well. So let's dig in here. So definitely nice little tomatoes, a nice mixture of different greens in here. So overall, this is quite a decent sized salad to start your meal off with. All right, a little spinach here at the end, so it was good all the way to the end. So, just like I've totally destroyed this salad, go ahead and destroy that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, comment below, let me know what you thought about this salad. Next up, we're going to be moving to the main entree. This is the Queen Ixolib stuffed fish, so I'm curious to see what this fish is stuffed with. It's going to be a surprise. It almost looks like a chicken breast, but it is fish. So, oh, it looks like there's some shrimp in here. Ooh, yeah. So these are nicely baked shrimp, I would say. So it seems this was a baked dish. So there's a little crab meat in there with a little fish and the shrimp. So it's a nice little flavor combination. This is a very nice little delicate dish with a lot of interesting things inside of it. This is not full of a bunch of seafood cream sauce or any other kind of sauce for the most part. It seems to mainly just be seafood stuffed inside of it. And I'm also surprised there's not some kind of other sauce on top of this whole dish. So we've got a side of pasta, and all it has is what looks like to be a roasted tomato on top. So I guess you make your own sauce with a roasted tomato and whatever leftovers of seafood you have to get a little bit of a pasta sauce on top of the spaghetti that we have with it. So you see we have a nice little combo there with a side shot of the Ixolib stuffed fish there. So I'm not sure what this dish is named after. If you happen to know, comment below and let me know who Queen Ixolib is. Maybe it has something to do with Carnival. I'm not sure. So maybe it's somewhere and I've just missed it so far. Okay, so we've got one nice little bite left of this delicious fish. And that was a pleasant dish, but we have this tomato to get through. And then, I don't know if I'm gonna have enough room in me to finish off all of this pasta. Because there's something else that we need to decide on. There's some important decisions, but first, tomatoes got some good flavors. The spaghetti noodles here could certainly do with a little more butter or olive oil or something, I think, to make the overall dish go together better. So just like I've totally destroyed this dish, go ahead and destroy that subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up. Comment below and let me know what you thought about the Queen Ixolib stuffed fish. And while you're down there, make sure to check out links to my Patreon account. I do work for tips and I appreciate any help with that. So we had a hard decision to make about whether or not we could fit dessert in, so I decided on the praline parfait on recommendation of my fantastic waiter. So this is quite a large dessert. It's chock full of ice cream and a whole lot of praline. So there is a lot of good flavor in here. So there's plenty of all sorts of delicious sweetness in here, with a combination of some vanilla ice cream and some praline, syrupy, delicious goodness. So there's all kinds of good pecans and that wonderful sugary sweet praline flavor in here. So it is quite an enjoyable and large dessert. So you want to make sure you leave a little bit of room to be able to polish this thing off or share it with somebody. So just like I totally destroyed this praline parfait, go ahead and destroy that subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up. Comment below. Let me know what you thought about this dessert. And while you're down there, make sure to check out links to my Patreon accounts. I do it for tips, and I appreciate any help with that. So the total for my meal was $40.93 before tip.
Mary Mahony's with my great waiter Brent. He just gave me a great tour of the restaurant. Thanks so much.
No problem. It's been a pleasure. Absolutely.
Good time. So you got to come eat here and ask for Brent.
So, thanks so much to everybody at Mary Mahony's Old French House and that Queen Exolib stuffed fish with some good stuff. I would just maybe suggest putting a little cream sauce over the top of it. That would make it even more phenomenal. And thanks so much to all of you out there for tuning into the NOLA Gent Channel, especially to my Patreons. If you would so kindly, go ahead and share this video with any of your friends or contacts who would enjoy it, because it really would help me with the YouTube algorithm. Then tune in next time for more good food, good times, and good people. NOLA Gent here, and thanks so much for watching. And just go ahead and destroy this video right here to keep up with the fun.